so powerful that if ordinarily you eat 2 chapatis, after you drink this water you can digest 8 chapatis. If ordinarily you drink 8 chapatis, you eat 8 chapatis, after drinking this water you'll digest 32 chapatis. Very wonderful well. So we'll walk around and see the beauty of this very beautiful garden of Radharani. Here you see we have nice banyan tree.
Banyan tree.
This type of tree, then he used to ask his mother, "Oh Maya, what kind of tree is this? What's leaf has got a tail? What kind of tree is this? What's leaf has got a tail? Oh Maya, ye kai ki pear hai jiska pate ke poonche? Ye kai ki pear hai jiska pate ke poonche?" So the mother sort of looked at oh Lala, this is people tree. Then he saw another tree. He said, "Oh Maya, what kind of tree is this? What's got a beard? What kind of tree is this? What's got a beard? Oh Maya, ye kai ki pear hai jiski dhari hai? Ye Maya, ye kai ki pear hai jiski dhari hai?" And so mother sort of looked and she said, "Oh Lala, this is banyan tree. You saw banyan tree with all his beard hanging down." And then they went a little further, and then there was a tree with little yellow fruits. And Lala said, "Oh Maya, what kind of tree is this with little yellow fruits? What kind of tree is this with little yellow fruits?" And Mother so looked and said, "Lala, this is bear. In Hindi we say bear. In Sanskrit we say badri. This is a badri tree. Just like if you go in MBT, all around there's so many badri trees. They're just in bloom now. In fact, the blooms are falling, and you'll see little green fruits coming. Then you can tell it's springtime. Then all around the Prikam and Bargam and Davan, you'll see the little Brishbasi ladies sitting with their baskets full of these little yellow fruits. So this is called badri in Sanskrit. Then he heard some sound. "Oh Maya, what does that sound? What does that sound, Maya? What does that sound?" So Mother Yasoda listened and she heard the peacock. And she said, "Lala, that's peacock." And peacock is calling, "Peacock, peacock." K Radha, Ka Krishna. Peacock is calling Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna. But Srila Rupa Goswami explains that there's a deeper meaning. Peacock is calling K. You know K? Just like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Sanatana Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Dasaswamedha Ghat in Kashi, then he told everybody thinks that I'm a great scholar and very learned. But I don't know, K-ami. K-ami, who am I? K means who. He said, K-ami, who am I and why I'm suffering this these threefold miseries? So the question is K. But what is the question? You know, now it says who. The question is, who is there who can possibly reciprocate with that great ocean of ras? That is Rasara Sri Krishna. He's the great ocean of ras. He's the king of ras, Rasara Sri Krishna. So who is there who can possibly reciprocate with him? And the answer comes, Ka. It is only she, Radha, with her ocean of Mahabhav. She can reciprocate with that ocean of ras, that is Rasara Sri Krishna. And of course we know when the Rasaras and the Mahabhav join, then that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, many other people have ideas what the peacocks are saying. Some people say they're singing, Meow! Meow! You know Meg? Just like Ravana's son, his name was Meghana. Huh? Meg means cloud. He conquered over Indra, so he became Meghana. Indra is the king of the clouds. So Meg means clouds. So the peacocks, they're very happy when it rains, so they're all calling, Megao! Megao! Please come cloud, please come cloud. Megao! Megao! Of course, our Achyuta Prabhu, who finished Prabhupada's Samadhi, he was in charge of the construction and finishing Prabhupada's Samadhi, he's from New York. So he told me what the peacocks are calling is, New York! New York! New York! little ahead we have Malati Kund. You see the beautiful white flowers? If somebody can go pick one and offer to Krishna within his mind. Full Ras Mandap. It's just around Radhastami time. So many wonderful, from Radhastami day, so many wonderful pastimes take place. First, after Radhastami, they go, I can't remember, where did they go? Anyway, in Triadasi, we'll go see that place. They do a big drama at the Sankari Kor, the little narrow passageway where Krishna used to tax the gopis. Then one day they go to more kutir. Then one day they go to a different village. One day they go to Prem Sarovar. Then on Purnima they come here and perform Ras Leela in this beautiful Ras Mandap. Bael tree. You heard about Baelvan and the bael tree. You see the big bael fruit hanging down there. Oh, if you look up then you see so many bael fruit. Cowherd's boys used to pick these fruit and play ball with them. But they will hang there for a very long time, not till March and April. They become ripe. Then beautiful, then they're hard, very hard. You have to bam, crack them open and scrape everything out and strain it and take out all the seeds and then you make nice. Because always getting upset, but you drink this bael juice, everything becomes. I forget what this is. This is also very interesting. This in bloom. And then we have mango tree here.
Radharani house, gardens.
And here we have a very beautiful place that they fill up special occasions, they fill up with water and they take Lord with his consort Srimati Radharani. Beta kaiga. The father will plant it but the son will eat it. Baap lagega, beta kaiga. The father will plant it, but he will never live to see the fruit. Then the sons will take the fruit. This is called kini.
That tree has got some fruit. What kind of tree?
That's a bael. And then you see over here with very feathery leaves. Very thin, very beautiful light green color. Very beautiful light green color. This is called amla.
Amla.
Huh? Just like all the ladies, they like to put amla oil in their hair every day, huh? So this is amla. It is filled with vitamin C. More vitamin C than orange or anything else. Even rose hips. Just filled with vitamin C. This is actually the season. I don't see any, but this is usually right around Kartik time and so many amlas appear. Little round and you eat them, it's so sour. And then you drink water and so sweet. Huh? You eat them and just so sour. And then after you eat some, one amla, then you drink water and it just goes down like nectar, just so sweet. Huh? And then you see two beautiful tamal trees here. You see they're blackish, just like Krishna, and always twisted one way or another. So gopis, when they're running and mad with Krishna prem and tears in their eye and they can't see where is Krishna, they just see there's some blackish form, it's twisted, so they immediately embrace the tamal trees. Like that. In fact, Radharani told Visakha in Bidagdhamada, she says, when I die, you please wrap my body around the tamal tree. You just take my body and wrap it around the tamal tree, so I'll always be embraced by the tamal tree in Braj. So this is very tamal tree. Just like in our courtyard, this is also tamal tree. In the middle of our courtyard. Just on the Vijay Dasami day, and I can't remember which year.
Now it's coming to Varshana with Deena Bandhu Prabhu, leader of the Parikrama.
Radha
Radharani ki jai, jai Sri Radhe. So the devotees who go on Braj Mandal Prikrama, they pray for nice soft Raj like you're all sitting in right now. This is the real Braj. That's the Braj. It's like if we go a little farther from Radharani Bagh, we come to the village of Unchagaon. And opposite from Unchagaon is a very wonderful road. And that is filled with the softest Raj. That is the Johnson & Johnson's baby powder Raj. Huh?
With no chemicals.
So we're sitting here in the Raj at the feet of Varshana. This hill is incarnation of Brahma. Lord Brahma, he performed penance and austerities for many thousands and thousands of years. Which type of years? Demigod years. You know demigod year? 1 day equal to our 6 months. And 1 night equal to our 6 months. So you get 360 of those days is 1 year, and thousands of those demigod years. Then finally Lord Krishna came and asked what benediction he was seeking. He said, I know at end of Dwapar Yuga you're going to display your pastimes in Braj, but somehow I want to witness those pastimes. So let me become anything there. Radhe. Radhe. Now we heard what the peacocks were saying. You know what the goats were saying? goats and sheep, they say, back to Godhead. Back to Godhead. Back to Godhead. You know what the buffalo says? Huh? Why did I become a buffalo? Why did I become a buffalo? Of course, all the crows are all chanting, Ram, 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 Ram. And we heard the dove. The dove is chanting, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. Still, there's one season where they sing, to hear the birds singing in Braj is more auspicious than hearing the Vedas speaking. The chanting of the Vedic mantras. So anyway, Lord Krishna asked what benefits. I know in the Dwapar Yuga you're going to perform your Leela and Braj. Anyway, anyhow, I want to be able to witness it. So the Lord said, all right, you become a mountain there. On top of that mountain, my beloved father, Vishwanath Maharaj, he will build his palace just near that mountain. And all over this mountain you'll see a very beautiful forest. That is called, when we go a little ways ahead, we'll find Gevarvan. Very beautiful forest. This is the playground of Radha and Krishna. So we can just imagine how fortunate we are. Lord Brahma, he's the head of our sampradaya. And on top of his heads is the pastime places, playground of Radha and Krishna. Radharani is running all over the tops of these heads of Lord Brahma, and he's the head of our Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So just see how fortunate we are being in such a wonderful sampradaya. So this is known as Brahma Parvat. And just like Brahmaji has got 4 heads, this hill has also got 4 peaks. We'll see most of those as we go around today. So peaceful here. So, it's not a long walk. We'll go slowly, slowly, slowly up the hill. You see ahead of us, this is the path. Now, like I said, we just had beautiful rainy season. You look down that path. Does that look like it's part of the material world? I don't know what will happen when we go down that path, actually. We may never come back.
Jai Krishna.
If you want to go back to the buses, you can turn back now. I don't know, they walked down this beautiful path and we never saw them again. You just tell the fact that don't take prasad for us. We're not trying to donate our prasad, keep on to somebody else. I really don't know if we'll come back. So if you want to turn back, you can go back. Otherwise, if you want to go ahead, we'll go ahead. So keeping in mind this is a very sacred place of Srimati Radharani. Radharani is very, very merciful to all the devotees. We know that Srila Prabhupada's father always used to invite people to come take prasadam. Sadhus every day before he would eat. He always invites some sadhus to come take prasadam. Then he always asks them to please bless my son, that he'll become very nice devotee of Radharani. So we can see Prabhupada, he became the most dear devotee of Srimati Radharani. Because our Raghunath Das Goswami, he writes, because when he writes about Radharani, it's amazing things he can write. So he says, Karunaya vidravad deha, Karunaya vidravad deha. You know Karuna?
Compassion. So he says karunaya, from, this is Sanskrit ending, means from. Karunaya, from compassion. Karunaya vidravat. Vidravat means to become liquid. In Sanskrit we say vidravat. Just like in Hindi we say harla. Just like we have harla mati from Montreal. So, means to melt, to become liquid. Karuna vidrava deha. You know the meaning of deha? Deha means body. So ordinary persons, their hearts melt with compassion, but Srimati Radharani's whole body melts with compassion. Karunaya vidrava deha. From compassion, her whole body is melting. He has so much compassion for all the living entities. Therefore we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has taken Radha Bhava Jyoti Suvalita. He has taken the color and bhav of Srimati Radharani. Therefore he's also melting in compassion. And Srila Prabhupada has taken all of that melted compassion and he's put it inside of his books. And the devotees are going and sprinkling Radharani's melted compassion over all the fallen angels. So now we come to that very special place where Srimati Radharani lives. Another day, possibly on the 24th, we'll go to the Raval where Radharani was born. But this is the living, that is borning place, this is living place of Srimati Radharani. So you still have time to turn back. Otherwise we're going to continue down this wonderful road into the spiritual world. You have time to turn back if you want. Jai Jai Sri Ram. Manohara Mahamurakara Sundaravatara Sri Krishna Bolo Jai Krishna Jai Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Shobha Sreni Mohameni Kokilavani Sri Radhe Bolo Jai Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Jai Shri Radhe Kirati Vanta Kamini Kanta Sri Bhagavanta Sri Krishna Jai Krishna Jai Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Chanda Badani Kunda Radharani Shobha Sadani Sri Radhe Jai Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Jai Shri Radhe Parama Udara Prabha Apara Ati Sukumara Sri Krishna Bolo Jai Krishna Jai Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Antagamani Rajatara Ramani Krida Kamani Sri Radhe Nayana Vishala Parama Kripala Sri Krishna Bolo Jai Krishna Jai Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Kanchana Veli Ratira Sareli Ati Allah Veli Sri Radhe Bolo Jai Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Jai Shri Radhe Savasukha Sagara Savaguna Agara Rupa Ujagara Sri Krishna Bolo Jai Krishna Jai Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jai Ramani Ramya Tarataratamya Guna Agamya Sri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Damani Vasi Prabha Prakashi
Haribol!
Suhasi Jaya Krishna Jaya Krishna Krishna Jaya Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Shakyalarini Ati Priya Varini Uru Unmarani Sri Radhe Bolo Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Anga Anga Tona Sarata Salona Subhaga Sutona Shri Krishna Bolo Jai Krishna Jaya Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Radharani Guna Abhiramini Sri Hari Priya Swamini Sri Radhe Bolo Jai Radhe Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Hare Hare Hari Hare 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 Sri Krishna Bolo Jaya Krishna Jaya Krishna Krishna Jaya Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Bolo Jai Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Bolo Jai Krishna Jai Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Jai Krishna Jaya Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Jai Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jai Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Bolo Jai Krishna Jai Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Jai Krishna Jaya Krishna Krishna Jai Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Jai Jai Shri So on the opposite side here you see another hill. This hill is known as Vilaskar. We'll tell more about that when we go upstairs and we can see the top of this beautiful thing. But it's right next to Varshana. And because actually this hill is incarnation of Krishna. Because you can see all the rocks on this side are blackish. And on the other side all the rocks are yellowish. You remember when Lord Brahma, he stole all the cowboys and calves and finally realized his mistake and he came back. Prabhupada says in Krishna book, he fell down just like a golden rod. So Brahma's complexion is golden. So you see all the rocks on this side, they're golden colored. And all the rocks on this side is blackish colored. So where the two of them meet, this makes a very, very narrow pass. It's called Sankari Khor. On the other side of the Sankari Khor, there's a village that is known as Chiksoli. Known as? Chiksoli. This is a village of Chitrasaki. We have any Chitraleka with us today? Not today, huh? We have little Gopal with us. So, this is the village of Chitrasaki. So that Chiksoli is very famous for butter and milk and yogurt and ghee, all these wonderful milk products. So every day Radharani and all her Sakhis, they come from Varshana, they go through this pass to collect butter, milk, yogurt and ghee. Now Nanda, he knows that all the gopis have gone through this pass, so he's been here herding his cows nearby. So as soon as they go through the pass, then he comes and he blocks the way. Radharani is coming with her pot of yogurt on top of her head, and we were just singing a beautiful song, Hansa Gamini. You know Hans? Hans means swan. Now most of you hardly ever get to see swan. In Braj we never see swans. We never see. I was just in Ireland. They have lake is full of swans. Huh? Isn't it? Shamamai. So many swans. You ever saw them walk? You saw the swans walk? Like this. Very sweetly. They walk like this. So Radharani's coming walking like this. Her ankle bells are going ching, ching. Raghunath Das Goswami, he explains that the tinkling of Radharani's ankle bells is just like a fine spray of nectar is being sprinkled over all the residents, all the living beings in Braj. And Radharani's walking with her ankle bells, walking like a beautiful swan, swaying back and forth like this, carrying this pot, her ankle bells, just like spray, fine spray of nectar, just sprinkling all living beings in Braj. Animate, inanimate beings, everyone in Braj. So then she comes, and there Nanda is standing in the way. He says, you have to pay tax if you want to pass through here. And Radharani says, Ari, why we have to pay tax? You girls, you're going all over Braj and selling this butter and milk and yogurt, making so much profit, you have to give tax to your king. Ari, here my father is the king, we don't have to give tax to anyone. So then, Madhumangal, he becomes the advocate for Nandanandan. And Lalita and Visakha, they become the advocates for Srimati Radharani. And Madhumangal says, look, now here Brisbanu may be the king, but the king of the whole of Braj is Nanda Baba, so you have to give tax. Now every time you make argument, we're going to double the tax. So you better not make any more arguments and quickly pay up your tax. And Lalita Sakhi says, just see the impudence. Just see. You guys, you fellows, you were living over there in Gokul with your little friend here. He was such a rascal, making so much trouble, stealing and butter and yogurt for all the residents there. They went to King Kamsa. He came there with his cavalry. They ran away and fled from that place. They came over here on this side of the Jamuna. Brisbanu Maharaj, out of the kindness of his heart, he gave a tiny portion of his kingdom, and now they're claiming to be the kings of the whole place. That's it. Hey, where did you get this story? We never heard such a story like that. This is a bogus story. We're going to the GBC. You're preaching deviant philosophy. We're going to the GBC. This is a bogus story. Now you make one more argument. We're going to double the tax. Now Nanda Baba is the king of the whole of Braj, and you better pay tax, otherwise we're going to double. Yeah, well, what about you guys? You're taking your cows all over the place, eating all the grass. You should pay tax for that. All right, now we're going to double the tax. And you girls, you're picking all the flowers. We're going to tax you for that too. And this way, big argument is going back and forth, back and forth. Radharani's holding this big, heavy pot of yogurt on top of her head. She gets tired. Now, they're just little boys and little girls, you know, they're very young. So Radharani, she's a little impatient. So she gives a little push to Nandanandan. Now, Nandanandan, he's a little boy. You know what happens when little boys get angry? Oh my God, it's just like atomic bomb has gone off in the heart. So she just pushed him like that. So now he's very offended. So he just grabs that pot of yogurt off of Radharani's head. He just grabs onto the mouth of that pot and pulls it down like that. Now we just described what happens when little boys get angry. We're afraid to describe what happens when little girls get angry. So Radharani, she grabs the other side of the mouth of that pot of yogurt. and she's just crossing her eyebrows, and she begins to push, and Krishna's pushing, and Radharani is pushing, and they're pushing like this and back and forth. All the cowherd boys get behind Nandanandan, and all the Sakis get behind Radharani. They're pushing like this. Her two little braids are flying in the air. She's pushing and pushing, and Nandanandan is pushing. They're going back and forth, and the cowherd boys, they're pulling on the saris of the Sakis, like the Sakis are pulling on the sikas of the cowherd boys. Like this big push of war is going on up and down in this pass. Finally, Radharani screams, and all her Sakis begin to push, and they push, and they push, and they push. And somehow or other, Nandanandan sees they're going to break through. So then he sees there's a big rock right where that little Brishbasi boy is sitting, and he just takes that pot of yogurt and pow! He smashes it right on the rock. Now you know yogurt is a little greasy, isn't it? So it makes stain. Now that happened 5,000 years ago. When we go by, you'll still see there's little splatter marks all over this stone where Krishna broke Radharani's butter pot. Jai Jai Sri Radhe. On the Triadasi. The Radharani birthday comes on Radhastami, Astami. So Astami, Nomi, Dasami, Kadasi, Dwadasi, then Triadasi. On Triadasi day, if you go in Nandagam, you'll see nothing but jalebi. No other sweet is in the market except jalebi. All the Brishbasis in Nandagam eat jalebi and jalebi and jalebi and jalebi. Then they all come over here. You won't see 1 square centimeter of space available anywhere on either of these mountainsides. And on the other side, there's a platform, and they put nice canopy over it, like that. And one fellow, Dan Bihari, comes with his Ras Leela group. And they all dress up like Sakis and Radha and Krishna, and they have a whole good time. He's just, Namir is a very expert singer. He's singing all these beautiful Braj songs like that. And sometimes the Sakis come and they give golcha. You know golcha? And he chases them with his big silver cane, you know, like that. And then he's singing and again, like this is going on with that. Then all the Brishbasis from Chiksoli come, and they take Krishna and Balaram on their shoulders, Radha and Krishna on their shoulders, excuse me, and they come, they rip up branches of trees and just bushes in the ground, they just rip them all up, they come yelling and screaming, they take Radha and Krishna on their shoulders, they come through this pass. Somehow there's not a square inch of space, but they come through with a big butter pot and they smash it on that place. And then everybody takes Mahaprasad, and there's a special forest route. They go up to the temple to take darshan. Very beautiful pool bungalow, flower palace, darshan. That's on Triadasi day. Then every other day there's different, sometimes more kutir, sometimes other place. So we see a few little Brishbasi boys have also come by to tax us. So if you want to get through, you're going to have to give tax.
20 rupees. Need to pay tax 20 rupees. Jai Radhe, Jayo Radhe Radhe. Radhe Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Krishna. Jai Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Krishna. Jai Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Krishna. Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna.
Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Krishna. Jai Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. राधे राधे बोलो, राधे राधे मैया, सौदा मैया, राधे राधे बोलो. बोलो राधे राधे।
है गया। फोटो ले रहा है
सुनीता।
हाँ
ये आप?
अरे हमारा नाम कुछ नहीं है,
कुछ नहीं।
ऐसे फोटो मिलेगा।
राधे राधे आनंद है।
And by great fortune, we met my very, very good friend from Chiksoli. This is Nandan Lal Sharma, my very good friend from.
Rivo.
In fact, he wants to give us property here. So if anybody has desire to make a temple for Chitra Devi, then Nandan, he's got some property he wants to give us right here on this Pikama Marg, so we can make nice temple for Chitraleka. You also see how handsome he is. He's also looking to get here. This is one of the peaks. This is called More Kutir. But it's very far up there. And we just took breakfast. And the sun is very hot. So we'll stay down here. We won't go up there and see the beautiful picture. No. You want to go? Okay, then we'll go up there.
गोविंद सरा महाराज की जय। No fotos, ¿ah? Arriba, no fotos en el altar.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Then Nandan, he also began to dance just like Peacock. So Peacock was dancing and Nanda was dancing and Peacock was dancing and Nanda was dancing just like Peacock. So then he came before Brisbanu Nandini and she said, "You dance very nicely, but this Peacock dances nicer than you." So again, Nanda was dancing and Peacock was dancing and Nanda was dancing and Peacock was dancing like this. Then again he came before Srimati Radhika and she said, "That was much better, but still, this Peacock dances nicer than you." So then Radharani became Morni. You know Morni?
Good morning.
Peahen. So Krishna became Moor and Radharani became Morni and they began to dance like Moor and Morni. Now you see this beautiful painting of this pastime. This was done by a blind Vaishnava sadhu about 200 or 300 years ago. Radharani gave him benediction that as long as he would meditate on this pastime, he would be able to see it, even though he was totally blind, and be able to paint this beautiful picture of Radha and Krishna dancing as Moor and Morni. And you see, all the devotees who have been staying here, it started way back with Shamdas. He started putting these little peacock tiles around the altar. Then gradually they came out here in front. Then after Shamdas came somebody else. Then last was Biharidas. He got all this painting done, all these beautiful peacocks painted all around. And above on top you saw there was peacocks on top of the building outside. That was all done by Biharidas. Now he's gone to Vrindavan. And in his place we have Bihari Sharan Das Baba. Just like we call Deena Bandhu Das from Katiyastan, one place is there in Vrindavan, they're called Sharan. Of course, Sharan means anything, to take shelter. Das also means we took shelter. So this is Bihari Sharan. He's now taking care of this beautiful more kutir. And from here also we get beautiful view, the whole Brajadam. Now you shouldn't think this Brajadam is ordinary place. It's not that you can buy ticket and come here, no. This Brajadam is not different from that Golokadam. Every living entity here has some service. Even bird, bee, deer, everybody's got service in Radha Krishna's Leela. So sometimes somebody asks, what about snake? Sometimes those who are living in Goshala, they find big black cobra has come. What he's got to do with Krishna Leela?
He scares Radharani.
One time, Radharani, she became very angry with Krishna. And she just became so furious that she just ran down the path like the wind. Running and running and running. She didn't want to have anything to do with him. So she was running down that path. There was a big black snake was coming down that path. He saw this beautiful golden little girl who was going to trample right on top of him. He stood up and went. And Radharani saw that snake and she screamed and she ran straight back into the arms of black. And you see over here there's another hill. Don't worry, we're not going to go up there today. But that is called Man Mandir. You know Man? No, that's Man. Man is Man. Man is something else. Man means you take a little pride and you take a little anger and some crocodile tears and some coquettishness and all these things and you mix it all together like this. This is called Man. So when Srimati Radharani, she gets upset with Shyam Sundar, then she does Man. So it happened one time they were standing on top of that mountain peak, just like a few days ago was beautiful full moon. So Shyam Sundar, he was glorifying the beauty of Srimati Radharani. And he was saying, he was describing that her teeth were just like the pearls, like that. Her hair was just like the beautiful clouds, and so many things he was saying. And he said her complexion is just like the full moon. So then Radharani became simply furious. Why? Because Krishna was describing her beauty and comparing it with something that's so full of faults. Huh? Don't take pictures.
Not a picture.
He'll get a bit angry. Maybe hurry us.
No picture.
So, because moon has got so many faults, you know, Panch Dos. He has 5 faults. First, Kalank, he's got spots. You saw on moon so many spots is there. Second is K, he shrinks. Third is Bange, he's crooked. Fourth is, what is that?
And the night.
Nisachar. We have anybody named Nisha? Anybody has friend named Nisha? Nisha means? Night. So Nisachar, you figure it out. Whose behavior, just like we're trying to learn a little bit of Vaishnav Achar. How to behave like Vaishnav. Sadachar. So Nisachar, whose behavior is to come out at night. Who comes out at night? Rakshasas. Like remember Lord Ram, he got attacked by 14,000 rovers of the night, Rakshasas. So Rakshasas' nature, his behavior is to come out at night, Nisachar. And moon, when he comes? He comes nighttime, he's also Nisachar. And 5th quality, not quality but fault, is Vishya Bandhu. You know Vish? Just like sometimes we have some friends named Vishwambar, right? So they call, hey Vish, But you know Vish means? Vish means poison. Oh, poison, Baba! Vish means poison. So Vishya Bandhu means, because moon, where did moon come, you know? When they were churning ocean of milk, first thing what came? Poison. The Lord Shiva, he drank it all. He became blue throat, Nilkant. So then, Uchesrava and this, who's the Airavata and Moon, they all came from that same place. They're born from the same place where poison was born. So they're Vishabandhu, relative of the poison. 5 faults. Krishna was describing Radharani's beauty with something that has 5 faults. Last fault, even beyond that. What is the Sanskrit word we say for moon? Chandra. Sounds just like some competitor of Radharani. So, for all of these reasons, Radharani simply became furious with Nandananda, and she ran away and she hid underneath that mountain. There's a cave where she hid. And if you hear the lamentation of Nandananda and in separation from Radharani, even the rocks will begin to melt by hearing that. He would just so much lamenting and lamenting separation of Radharani. Meanwhile, after some time, Radharani came and she dressed herself up just like Krishna. And she came by another path, and she's coming down the path, and Nandanandan saw this other Krishna is coming. He said, "Hey, who are you?" And Radharani said, "I am Krishna, who are you?" And Krishna said, "I am Krishna, who are you?" And Radharani said, "No, I am Krishna, who are you?" And Krishna said, "No, I'm the real Krishna, you're an imposter." Radharani said, "I'm the real Krishna, you're the imposter." Like this big argument was going on. So finally Radharani said, "So, if you're the real Krishna, then where is your Srimati Radhika?" And Nandananda said, "I'll play my flute, she'll come, you'll see." He began to play on his flute. Again he played on his flute, very beautiful melody. This time, third time, he played so enchanting melody on his flute, Radharani is no longer able to maintain her disguise. Then Nandananda, he opened his eyes, he saw that Radharani standing right in front of him. And he grabbed Radharani's hand and they ran behind here to Unchagam, where Lalita Sakhi lives, to see if Lalita Sakhi can tell who is Radha and who is Krishna. Jai Jai Sri Radhe! So this beautiful hill is called Mangar or Man Mandir. A beautiful little temple is there. You can see Radharani's looking. She's not even from the corner of her eye. She's looking at Nandananda. And Sakhi's there taking her hand and taking Krishna's hand, trying to put them together. But Radharani just not even looking. A beautiful painting is there on top of this hill. One nice Baba is there. We almost ran into his Brikama party at Terkadam the other day. That he just wanders through the forest with hundreds. Last year I think it was 800 people with him, and no ticket necessary. Everywhere they go, the Brishvasis feed them. They make camp, and the Brishvasis cook and feed them like that. No ticket, no coupon, like that. Very nice. Baba is there. Very special place. Used to be just a tiny little place. Now by Ramesh Baba's mercy, it's become a very beautiful place up there. Sometimes in old days, tiny little temple was there, so there's no place that they go on the roof and have kirtan. Sometimes the Brishbasis, they fall off the roof, then they just run and go back up on the roof, have nice kirtan there. So beautiful, wonderful kirtans were great. So, my Bihari Sharan is staying here, taking care of this place. It's way high up. Everything has to bring from, we just came up, he has to go up and down, bring everything like that. So you please leave some small donation for service of more Bihari, and maybe Bihari Sharan kuch Mahaprasad hai. boys came in this beautiful Gabarban forest, and they came to this place. Oh, we have our other Bhakti Michelle. Oh, very, very, very thirsty. But there was no water anywhere. So Nandanandan, he took his flute and he dug out this kund with his flute. So this flute very handy for calling gopis. In a few days we'll go to see where he called the cows with his flute, and sometimes for digging kunds. Very handy Lala's flute. So then this became known as Krishna Kund. And here you'll find so many rascal monkeys. You have to be very careful. On the other side you see one nice asana. This is the asana of Marumangal. Because we heard about how this Chiksoli is filled with, famous for butter, milk, yogurt, all these nice things, ghee. So one time Nandanandan and all his friends, they came here. That's right, this is better. They came here and they were wandering from house to house, and they saw inside one house no gopi is there. So they snuck inside the house and they got into the butter, and they're eating all the butter and yogurt, having a big festival. So that gopi came by and she heard some noise inside her house. She peeked through the window and she saw what was going on, and she went around to the front door. Now you see in India the door is not just one, it's two. Like this. Then they have a special type of lock that goes in like that. On the inside and on the outside. So from the outside, she put the lock. Means who's ever inside, now he's stuck. And she ran to call all the other gopis. Meanwhile, Nandanandan, he also heard that sound. He knows the meaning of that sound. And he looked all around and he said, out the window. So the cowherd boys ran and they boom, 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 they all jumped out the window. But there's one friend of Krishna named Marumangal. We also have, where's our Marumangal from South Africa? Huh? No, not that one. Marumangal. Where did he go? We lost him. So, first thing is that Marumangal, although he's a Sakha, he's one of Krishna's friends, he's not a Gopa. He's a Brahmin. Now our Brahmin is in Braj, they do not tend to be very skinny fellows. Because they like to eat too much ghee. If you want to do Brahman Bhojan, then you have to have Deshi ghee laddus, at least 10 sitting on the plate. I mean 2 or 3 and I'm finished. But anyway, they won't sit down until there's at least 10 sitting on the plate to start with. They can just eat and eat and eat. So our Brishvazi Brahmins, they tend to be a little fatty. And second thing is, Marumangal, he's lame. So he couldn't run like all the other cowherd boys. He couldn't climb like all the other cowherd boys. So somehow or other he climbed up. Somehow or other he got up to the window. But when he tried to go through the window, he got stuck. So then all the gopis came running back. They opened up the door. They came running in and said, "Ha! We got you!" And they looked around. Everybody's gone. Except for one fat friend of Krishna stuck in the window. So they pulled him out of the window. Boop. Like that. They tied his arms with flower garlands. And then they tied a string around his sika. And they threw it over the branch of the tree and said, "Now we've got hostage." So this hostage-taking system, this is going on since 5,000 years, not something new. So now we got hostage. By that hostage, we're going to call Nandanandan here. So they said, "You call your friend here," and they pulled on that sika string. Ooh, Kanaya! Ooh, Kanna! Ooh, Kanaya! Shamsundari heard that Madhamangal's crying too much, so he came there to see what's going on. And he saw how gopis, they've tied him up and pulled his sika like this and that. So immediately Shamsundari became very angry. Are, what have you done? Don't you know, this Saka, he's not a gopa, he's a Brahman. Now you've done Brahman aparad. You've done Brahman aparad. Now all your health, your wealth, your beauty, all the things the ladies worry about, isn't it? All your health, wealth, beauty, everything is finished. So the gopis, they always believe whatever Nanda said. They said, Are, so Nanda, oh Priya Shamsundar, what can we do to get free from this aparad? So he thought for 1 minute. He said, you go to your houses, you find out as many laddus as you can find in your house, you make nice asams for Madhamangal, you sit him down, you feed him those laddus, he'll forget all about that aparad. What to speak of forgiving that aparad, he'll give you Ashirvad. You know Ashirvad? Ashirvad means blessing. Whatever the manokamana, whatever is the dearmost desire in your heart, that blessing he will give. Okay. So the gopis, they made nice asam, they sat Madhamangal down, they went to their houses, they brought back many laddus, he was eating laddus, he forgot completely about aparad, he was giving Ashirvad, he was giving blessing, and of course we know the dearmost desire in every gopi's heart is how to please Nanda. So this is Krishna consciousness. We simply want to please Nanda. Whatever we're doing is simply for the pleasure of Sri Nanda. That is Krishna consciousness. So now Madhamangal, his belly is full of laddus, he's in very happy condition. Just like even in ordinary business, first we take our client out to lunch, we feed him nice lunch. When his belly is full, then we tell him sign the contract. Without even reading, he just signs later. So now Madhamangal, he's also very happy. His belly is full of many laddus. He's not noticing anything, any fault or any qualification or disqualification. So you all pray to Madhamangal to please bless us with Krishna consciousness. He's in very happy mood. He'll give blessing very easily. Bolo Sri Madhamangal ki. So now we're going to enter into this beautiful Gebarvan forest on the backside of...
Monkey.
No, they won't steal glasses. That's only downtown Vrindavan. So far the monkeys don't have their web page, you know. As soon as they make the bandar net, then the whole of Braj is in trouble. Till now it's only, even by our temple, hardly anyone knows. Only if you go downtown, Seva Kunj, Radha Damodar, all the place downtown, then they'll steal. Here they're just going to see if you kept a banana from breakfast. They'll come and check. So now we're going to enter in this beautiful Gebarvan forest. First you see one beautiful little tamal tree growing here. And behind it is one of the most enormous peepal trees in all of Braj. Very, very ancient peepal tree. Sometimes we come here, you can see the monkeys climbing out on the branch and then bing, they jump all the way down into the kund.
Now that's very...
Jai Jai Sri Radhe!
राधे श्याम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय राम। बहुत अच्छा। अरे
जमादार को बोले झाड़ी सेवा करने वाला हरि बोल देगा।
मंजारी सेवा।
Krishna Balram Now we've come to another one of the Brahma's heads. This is called Dangat. If you look down the hill, we're just above the place where Krishna was taking tax. This is just on the top. This is Dangat. And here we have the very, very exquisitely beautiful deities of Radha, Dan, Bihari. And Pujari is very happy because every day he mixes keshur, you know keshur? Saffron and chandan. He makes beautiful tilak drawings on Radharani. So our one Mataji Sita Thakurani from Toronto, she's brought some Spanish saffron. They don't get, usually they put so many little pieces and hardly you get any yellow. This you put even 1-2 pieces, so nice fragrance comes and only yellow will come next time. This bright yellow tilak. So what happened was one time we heard about how Krishna, he was taking tax. So another time, Radharani was sitting here with all of her friends, and they looked down in the valley, and they saw one Saki was coming, but nobody knew who was that Saki. So then Radharani sent Lalita Saki, go find out who is this Saki. So they went there, and they asked the Saki, what is your name, and who is your father, and where do you come from? It's like still to this day, everywhere you go, huh? What do they ask? Where are you from? Especially those who have got white skin, everybody's asking, where are you from? Who's going on since 5,000 years? They said, where are you from? Who's your father? And what is your name? So she said, I'm coming from Nandagam. My father is Nanda Baba, and my name is Shamsaki. Hey, don't tell a lie. Nanda Baba has got no daughter, he's got one son. Well, actually, my mother and father, they died, so Nanda Baba, he took me up, so he's like my father. Achha? So, anyway, if you want to come through this pass, then you have to give tax to our queen. She's sitting on top of this hill. So then, they brought that Shamsaki to this place. And Radharani said, where does she come from? What is her father's name and what is her name? He said, she's coming from Nandagam. Her name is Shamsaki. Her father is Nanda Baba. Ari Sakya. What are you telling, some lie? Nanda Baba has only got one son. He has got no daughter. Her mother and father died, so Nanda Baba brought her up, so he's like father. Radharani looked very carefully. She said, this is not Shamsaki, this is Sham Sundar. And then all the Sakis, they made Sham Sundar bow down at the lotus feet of Radharani and give tax. And he had to give tax in his Another time, Krishna and all his friends, they were playing in this forest. And just behind here, on the way when we go to Radharani's temple, after we pass this beautiful Jaipur temple, we'll see in the background, we would have gone all the way down past Radhabag, then we would have come to Unchagaon, the place of Lalita Saki. Now in Unchagaon, there lived a very poor Brahmin. Just like me. And just like me, he had a very beautiful daughter. And now I already got my daughter married. Now she also gave me grandchild just 3 months ago. So I'm grandpa also. Gave me a nice granddaughter. She calls Kinner. Prabhupada's Krishna book, it says something about Gandharvas and Kinnars. But she's born in Rukmini Dwadasi, so for me she's Rukmini. So, anyway, he had very, very, very beautiful daughter, just like mine, of marriageable age. Now, unless you're from India, you can't understand the meaning. That somebody's very, 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 very poor, and he has very, very, very beautiful daughter. Because India, not only do you raise and feed and clothe and educate and train her how to cook and clean and take care of her husband for the rest of her life, but when you finally give her away in marriage, you have to pay also. So, that is called dowry. So if somebody is very, 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 very poor, and he is very, very beautiful, because fathers, they're too much attached to the daughters. And if he can't get a nice husband for his daughter, then he will suffer for the rest of his life. Father will suffer too. So this is big anxiety. People sometimes are just ready to kill themselves. They can't anxiety how to get the daughter married. Actually, this is, and sometimes people are trying to tell the Vedic system is unfair to women. But this is the way everything is adjusted, because according to Vedic system, only the boys are going to inherit the property of the father. So how everything is adjusted? That when the girls are married, then they get their inheritance. The boys have to wait till the old man kicks off. And the girls are very, very young, so very young age, they already get their inheritance. So everything is adjusted somehow or another. But if one is very poor and has very beautiful, there's big anxiety. And not like me, he had a wife whose tongue was just like razor's blade. Always criticizing him. What kind of Brahmin are you? Go get some charity and arrange the marriage of your daughter. What kind of, you're just a bum. What are you doing? You're supposed to be Brahmin, but you're a bum. You're not making any money to get you're not arranging the marriage of your daughter. One day she was fed up. Alright, I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning, I'm not letting you back in the house. You get some done, you arrange the marriage of your daughter, or you don't come back in the house. So he thought what to do. So he thought, well, Krishna, he's Deena Bandhu, he's friend of the four. He's there in Gavarvan, maybe he'll take mercy on me. So he went there, he came here to this Gavarvan forest, he asked, he explained everything to Nanda Lala. And Nanda Lala said, Hare Bhai, now what am I supposed to do? I'm just a coward boy here in the forest with all my girlfriends. All my money is there with Nanda Baba and Nanda Gam. Now what am I supposed to do? So that Brahmin, he began to cry. He can't go home. So seeing that Brahmin cry, then Krishna, he became very happy. Krishna never liked to see the Brahmins unhappy. He likes to see them very happy. Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Devaya. He's always looking out for the welfare of Go and Brahman. So he never likes to see sad Brahman. So he thought for one minute, he said, well, I don't have any money, but I have one Priya. You know Priya? Priya means? Dear. Now in our British English, when you say something's very dear, it means it's a very expensive thing. Oh, it is so dear. Where's our Bristol body here? It is so dear. So, he said, I don't have any money, but I have one Priya. So I'll give you that Priya in charity. And Krishna actually made sankalp and he gave Radharani in charity to that Brahmin. Now that Brahmin really began to cry. First of all, I have one daughter. I can't even get her married. Now you give me a second one. Now my wife is going to kill me. And Radharani, she said, but you know, Shyam Sundar, I can't live even 1 second. No. I've given charity to a Brahmin. I can't touch. But you know, 1 moment I can't. No. I've given charity to Brahmins and I can't touch. Then Radharani began to cry. And seeing Radharani cry, then all the Sakis began to cry. And everybody's crying. No, talk to women. He said, alright. You bring one scale. Not like we climb on every morning to see. No, not like that. Like when you go across the street to buy your fruit in front of Krishna Balaram temple, they have scale like this, isn't it? So they brought big scale like that. On one side he sat down Radharani, another side he told Sakis, you put all your bangles and bracelets, earrings, all your gold and silver and jewelry, but everything weighed just as much as the Deha. Deha means? What is that verse? Every Gurukul boy knows backwards, forwards, upside down, even in his sleep. We saw there was a verse in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What does it say? Everybody knows. So there's two things, Deha and Dehi. Dehi knows mean yata Dehe. When we will say inside in Sanskrit, we change the A to A. Dehe. In the body there's a Dehi, means spirit soul. So Deha means body. When all of that gold and silver and everything weighed just as the Deha, transcendental form of Srimati Radhika, then he gave all of that gold and silver and jewel and bangle and necklace and everything to that Brahmin. That Brahmin, he became very happy. Haribol, Haribol. He ran out from Shigam to arrange the marriage of his daughter. And Radharani became very happy, and seeing Radharani very happy, then all the Sakis, they became very, very happy. In one stroke, Krishna made everyone very happy. Shri Sri Radha Krishna ki. Now on the other side, I told you, now it's too hot outside, so somehow our friend Radharani Panda, he has made beautiful place. Usually this place wasn't here. And now we have a nice place to sit free from the hot sunlight. When we go outside, you can see across. It's like here you see outside here, this is called Indola. Indola. It means Jula, for doing Jula Nyapcha. There's a beautiful Jula Nyapcha here with Dangat. One time, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, when he was still with us, he came here, he saw this, he made one beautiful outfit for Gambhir, just for doing Jula. So on the other side, if you look across on top of that Vilaskar, you'll see one very beautiful Jula is also the indoor. So what happened was, because in the rainy season, as soon as Shravan, and I see here in Braj and all parts of India, in the Shravan season, what happens is all the young girls, those who have maybe one or two, after three, then it becomes too much. But when have one or two child or no child yet, they go home to stay with their father. So Radharani comes over here in the beginning of rainy season, she comes over here just after the Rath Yatra ceremony. She comes over here to stay in Varshana. Now it is cold season, she's going back to Java. On 17th, we're going to see that beautiful place in Java where Radharani is staying with. So, but Java is very close to Nandagam and Varshana is very close. She's here, then it's very difficult for Nandagam to come here easily. So one day, it was the Kadasi day of that Shravan month, and all the Sakis looked down in the forest because they were up there on top of the hill. They were swinging Radharani. She's very, very sad. So all the Sakis were singing beautiful songs and just swinging her there. And they looked down in the past, that beautiful path that we saw down there, and they saw one Saki is coming. Just very shyly coming along the path, seeing everything. So then Radharani said, go call, who's this Saki? Nobody could